Welcome to the Animal Equation, where we decode the untamed world, one species at a time. Today, we journey into the lives of one of Earth's most misunderstood predators, the wolf. Fierce, social, brilliant. The wolf, Canis lupus, stands as one of nature's most iconic predators, stealthy, intelligent, and powerfully built. While its haunting howl and sophisticated social structure have been widely studied and celebrated, one of the most defining and biologically significant traits of wolves is their size. Size affects everything in a wolf's life: hunting success, pack dynamics, ecological role, and survival in varying climates. But unlike many species with consistent dimensions, wolves exhibit remarkable size diversity across their range, shaped by evolutionary pressures, habitat, and prey availability. This episode of the Animal Equation includes a comprehensive look at the size of wolves, analyzing it from anatomical, ecological, and comparative standpoints. The gray wolf, the largest member of the canid family, shows significant size variation depending on where it lives. On average, adult gray wolves typically weigh between 40 and 175 pounds, with males generally 10 to 20% larger than females. From nose to tail, gray wolves measure about 4.5 to 6.5 feet, with the tail adding another 12 to 20 inches to their overall length. They stand 26 to 32 inches at the shoulder. These are averages, and real-world examples often fall outside this range, especially among regional subspecies. Wolves have long, powerful limbs built for endurance over speed. Despite their size, wolves are marathon hunters, not sprinters. Their lean but muscular bodies support long-distance chases, often extending over 10 miles. Their deep chests house larger lungs, enhancing stamina, while their robust skull and jaw structure deliver a bite force up to 400 psi, one of the strongest among all canids. A larger body not only conserves heat in cold climates, but provides the strength needed to take down massive prey like moose and bison. Size also influences pack roles. Larger wolves often take on leadership or primary hunting positions, though this isn't universally true. Social dynamics and individual personality also play major roles in how a pack functions. Wolves, Canis lupus, are among the most adaptable predators on Earth. From the freezing tundras of the Arctic to the sun-scorched deserts of the Middle East, wolves have managed to thrive in some of the planet's most challenging environments. Their habitat range is not only vast. It is a testament to their evolutionary resilience and ecological flexibility. But the habitat of the wolf is more than just the physical space it occupies. It encompasses the land, climate, prey, and social dynamics that allow the species to survive and thrive. In this episode, we'll also explore the full scope of the wolf's habitat. Where wolves live. How they adapt. What ecological forces shape their distribution. And the growing pressures they face from a rapidly changing world. Once, wolves roamed across most of the northern hemisphere, spanning North America, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. Before human persecution and habitat loss began to take their toll, wolves were the most widespread land mammal on Earth, second only to humans. In North America, wolves once roamed from Alaska to Mexico, inhabiting the Great Plains, Rocky Mountains, and eastern forests. Across Eurasia, they ranged from Europe and Russia, through Central Asia, across the Himalayas, and into the Middle East. Even in northern Africa, isolated populations of wolves, or wolf-like canids, were historically present. But today, that vast range has dramatically shrunk. Though conservation efforts have brought some recovery, wolves now occupy only a fraction of their historic territory, primarily due to human development, agriculture, and direct extermination. Wolves are legendary for their ability to adapt to an incredible range of ecosystems. Still, no matter where they live, all wolf habitats share a few essential features. First, prey availability. Wolves require access to medium to large-sized ungulates, like deer, elk, and moose. Where large prey is scarce, wolves will eat smaller mammals, birds, or carrion, but this usually leads to smaller pack sizes and lower reproduction rates. Wolves need large territories to roam, hunt, and breed. A pack's range can span from 50 square miles in prairie-rich regions to over 1,000 square miles in the Arctic. They are highly territorial, using scent and vocalizations to mark and defend their land. In spring, wolves seek out secure dens to raise their pups, often near water and on elevated terrain for better visibility. Dens can be natural caves, hollow trees, or burrows dug into hillsides. Wolves prefer remote areas with minimal human interference. They use vegetation, hills, and terrain for cover to stalk prey and avoid detection. But human activity continues to fragment wolf habitats across the globe. Urban development, highways, and agricultural expansion break up natural landscapes, making it harder for wolves to roam freely. And with that, comes serious consequences. Reduced genetic diversity as populations become isolated. Increased road mortality, with wolves struck during dispersal. More conflict, as wolves venture into human-dominated spaces. Livestock depredation often leads to lethal retaliation. In areas where wolves are viewed as threats to ranching or game, access to habitat is restricted. Or wolves are removed entirely. Despite the many challenges wolves face, conservation efforts have achieved remarkable successes, restoring habitats and reviving populations in areas where wolves had long disappeared. In 1995, the reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone National Park in the United States became one of the most celebrated ecological restorations in modern history. By controlling elk populations, wolves helped forests and riparian zones regenerate, bringing balance back to the ecosystem. Across Europe, wolves are now recolonizing parts of Germany, France, and even the Netherlands, thanks to habitat protection and hunting bans that give them the space to return. To combat habitat fragmentation, conservationists are developing green corridors. Stretches of protected land that link isolated populations, enabling migration, breeding, and the flow of genes essential for long-term survival. The wolf's habitat is not a single place. It is a living, breathing landscape that stretches across forests, tundras, deserts, and mountains. Its immense range is a tribute to the wolf's resilience, intelligence, and adaptability. But wolves cannot thrive without three essentials: space, prey, and distance from human conflict. As stewards of this planet, we face a choice: continue to shrink the wolf's world, or embrace a vision of coexistence. Protecting wolf habitat means protecting entire ecosystems, restoring wild places, preserving biodiversity, and honoring the balance of nature. In doing so, we secure not only the future of the wolf, but of the wilderness itself. The wolf, Canis lupus, is one of the most widespread and successful apex predators in the Northern Hemisphere. Its survival across millennia is owed in large part to one remarkable trait: adaptability, nowhere more evident than in its diet. Wolves are obligate carnivores, meaning their bodies require meat to survive. They possess 42 specialized teeth, including canines for puncturing and carnassials for shearing meat. Their powerful jaws deliver up to 400 psi of bite force, strong enough to crush bone and tear through hide. Their digestive system is short and highly acidic, perfectly adapted to process animal protein quickly and efficiently. Though their primary targets are large ungulates like deer, elk, or moose, wolves are opportunistic feeders, capable of shifting diets based on what's available. In lean times, they'll scavenge, hunt smaller mammals, and even consume fruits to survive. The wolf's diet is not just a reflection of the environment, it's also a driver of ecological balance, shaping prey populations and influencing entire food webs. Across most of their range, wolves specialize in hunting large hoofed mammals, known as ungulates. These animals offer a high caloric reward, enough to fuel the energy needs of an entire pack. Common ungulate prey includes deer, such as white-tailed, mule, roe, and red deer. Elk, also called wapiti. Moose. Caribou, or reindeer. Bison. wild boar, and mountain goats and sheep in alpine regions. Wolves typically target weaker individuals, the young, the old, or the ill. This is not only a matter of efficiency, it plays a vital ecological role, culling less fit animals and helping maintain the health of prey populations. A single large kill, such as a moose or elk, can feed a pack for several days. Wolves may consume up to 20 pounds in a single feeding. But during lean times, they may go several days without eating. Wolves rarely hunt alone unless forced to. They are pack hunters, highly coordinated teams built on communication, endurance, and strategy. The key elements of a wolf hunt are identification. The pack scouts a herd and selects the most vulnerable target. Testing. Wolves provoke movement, watching for signs of weakness. Pursuit. A long chase begins, driven by endurance, not speed. Coordination. Roles emerge, some harass from behind, others flank or cut off escape routes. Kill. A bite to the throat, hindquarters, or nose brings the prey down. Once the prey is killed, feeding order is typically observed. Dominant wolves eat first, though this may shift based on pack hierarchy and context. While they prefer large game, wolves are opportunistic and won't hesitate to hunt smaller or more available animals. Their diet may include small mammals like rabbits, hares, beavers, and rodents, ground-nesting birds such as grouse, ptarmigan, geese, and bird eggs during nesting season. These smaller meals are often pursued by solitary wolves, dispersers, or small packs living in prey-scarce regions. In rare cases, wolves will even hunt fish, particularly in places like salmon rivers in Alaska and British Columbia. Though they are carnivores, wolves will occasionally eat berries, grasses, and fruits such as blueberries or apples. These provide hydration and fiber, but offer little in the way of nutrition. Wolves are also efficient scavengers. They'll feed on carrion when available, especially during harsh winters or in lean environments where hunting is risky. This may include winter kill, animals that die from cold or starvation. Leftovers from predators like bears or mountain lions. Human-related sources, livestock remains, roadkill, and in rare cases, garbage dumps. Whether by hunt or by scavenging, the wolf's ability to adapt its diet is central to its survival and to its role as a powerful force within the ecosystems it calls home. Understanding a wolf's lifespan means exploring more than just how long wolves live. It's about how they grow, age, and endure across the ever-changing landscapes they inhabit. From their vulnerable beginnings as blind pups, to their rise as leaders of the pack, the story of a wolf's life is one of endurance, cooperation, and instinctual brilliance. Wolves are born in the spring, after a 63-day gestation. A typical litter includes 4 to 6 pups, though it can range from 1 to 11. At birth, pups are blind, deaf, and weigh less than a pound. By 2 weeks, their eyes open, typically blue at first, turning yellow or amber as they mature. At 3 to 4 weeks, pups take their first steps outside the den and begin eating regurgitated meat provided by the adults. By 6 to 8 weeks, they're weaned and move with the pack to a rendezvous site, where they continue to develop socially and physically. In the wild, up to 60% of pups won't survive their first year, lost to disease, starvation, abandonment, or predation. From 6 months to 2 years, young wolves enter the juvenile stage. They begin to join the pack on short hunting trips, learning survival and social skills through play, observation, and imitation. By 12 months, they're physically mature enough to assist in hunts and travel great distances. Around 18 to 24 months, many will disperse, leaving their natal pack to search for mates or territory, often traveling hundreds of miles in the process. From 2 to 6 years, wolves are in their physical prime. A wolf that finds a mate and claims territory may found a new pack. Most breeding wolves fall within this age range. Depending on pack dynamics, adults may become breeders, hunters, sentinels, or caregivers. But leadership comes at a cost, with increased risks, energy demands, and exposure to conflict and disease. After age 6, wolves enter the senior stage. Their joints weaken, teeth wear down, and hunts become more difficult. Yet in many packs, older wolves are still respected, valued for their wisdom and strategic insight. Some may be cared for by the pack. Others choose to wander off alone. Most wild wolves die from injury, starvation, disease, or conflict. Wolves live and die within the rhythm of the pack. A family unit shaped by generations of cooperative survival. Older wolves offer stability and leadership, often teaching younger wolves how to hunt, navigate, and respond to complex social cues. When a breeding wolf dies, the effects ripple through the pack, sometimes leading to collapse or a merger with others. Dispersal is a key part of a wolf's life. It helps prevent inbreeding and promotes genetic diversity across vast landscapes. Each wolf's lifespan plays into a greater biological cycle, passing down knowledge, reshaping territory, and maintaining ecological balance. The lifespan of a wolf isn't measured just in years, but in challenges faced, bonds formed, and the quiet strength required to survive in the wild. While the average wild wolf may live only 6 to 8 years, those years are filled with growth, learning, and deep impact on the world around them. Wolves live in the shadow of constant threats, but also in the glow of family, freedom, and an unshakable instinct to roam. Every stage, whether a pup's first howl or an elder's final trek, is essential to the health of the pack. And the wilderness it calls home. The ecosystem of the wolf is a living tapestry, stitched together by predation, vegetation, rivers, scavengers, and the silent footprints of a creature built for endurance and cooperation. Wolves don't simply live in nature, they shape it. They bend the behaviors of prey, alter plant communities, feed scavengers, and maintain balance across entire ecosystems. Their presence echoes through every corner of their territory, touching everything from beavers to birch trees. In understanding the wolf's ecosystem, we begin to understand our own place in the natural world, and how, by protecting the wild, we ultimately protect ourselves. If we can understand wolves, truly understand them, maybe we can find a better way to live alongside the wild. Thank you for watching The Animal Equation. If you learned something new today, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who still thinks wolves howl at the moon. What are your thoughts? Drop them in the comments below, and let us know which wild story we should unravel next. Until next time, stay wild.